The Walt Disney Company has elected a battle against YouTube TV. It comes down to how much they want to pay and receive for all of their live sports. YouTube, though, not budging, not for a minute. So who's going to win it in a battle royale between the House of Mouse and the YouTube TV? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's That Park Place, where all the news should be fun. Today, we're talking about the fact that some of you did not have fun this last weekend when your football went away. If you're a YouTube TV subscriber, and yet YouTube is not backing down. They are not down on the mat. Finally, the mouse has faced somebody who says, you know what? We're going to square up and we're going to take you on. Folks, it's a big time story. Click the like button and let's dive in. Jonas J. Campbell is at the ready with a steady hand when it comes to understanding what's going on with Disney. What do we got here?
This is a fascinating story, and you can read it on thatparkplace.com. Is YouTube TV making an example out of Disney as channels go dark? So this is essentially, it's a carriage dispute, but I think this might be one of the biggest cable carriage disputes that we've ever seen, because it is between two companies that, one, Disney has a tendency to be able to outmatch their cable partners. But YouTube TV is apparently been wanting to make an example out of someone, and Disney has come along and is greedy. And Pro, do you know what my favorite thing to describe YouTube as is from a financial standpoint?
A rocketing lava lamp with the power of 1,000,000 stars.
That is another way of saying it is $1 trillion company.
Oh, yeah. Bigger. Listen, Disney would fit easily. You know how we always talk about, how many theme parks would fit inside of Epcot or Animal Kingdom? Disney would easily fit inside of small segments of YouTube. That's how big it is.
It's a great way to put it. Disney is somewhere on the measly $200 billion side versus YouTube TV's $1 trillion size. And it's more than 1 trillion, I'm sure, at this point. I just got tired of keeping track of the huge swings in valuation. That
you're saying this is like a tiny person taking on Shaquille O'Neal in a dunk contest.
Right. So here's the spicy part of this story here, and I want to go down to this tweet from Alex Sherman, who, if you're a fan of this channel and the WDW Pro channel and Valiant Renegade, you may be familiar with this name. There was was it 20,000 words or something ridiculous? A huge expose on the leadership crisis at the Disney company, exposing what Bob Chapek was up to, Bob Iger was up to, all of the backstabbing in the back rooms there. And this is his notes from discussing with an executive. One person familiar with the negotiations told me, only half jokingly, YouTube TV needs to make an example out of someone to prove it means business when it comes to getting lower rates. Still, NBC Universal is a valuable partner to YouTube. So in Sherman's notes here is apparently Disney is the example. So I don't want to go too dark with this, but the legend is that if you ever find yourself in prison on your first day there, you need to make sure that if somebody comes and steps to you, that you make an example out of them on that first day. I think that YouTube TV are they the largest cable provider in the United States now? They're getting up there. If they're not, they're probably in the top 3. They're the only non-region locked one that is in this level of formidability.
Yeah, and Disney is the owner of Hulu, of course, with Hulu Live TV. Disney is actually competing against YouTube TV directly, and Disney wants to get an advantage there. The problem is YouTube TV is absolutely decimating Hulu Live TV. It's nowhere close, and the only thing that Disney has as a way to slow this down and change this trajectory is to use live sports as leverage. Now, other than live sports, Disney has nothing that they can use here against YouTube TV because, again, as you said before, this is like a tiny person. This is like a wee individual, right, of the 4-foot variety trying to take on Shaq in a dunking contest. It's not going to work. Disney, though, has this secret weapon, they believe, but in the end, I don't think they're going to win. I think this could go badly for Bob Iger.
I totally agree. And just here are some of the moves that they're making. Well, Disney's saying we have to have election day coverage over here on ABC.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
For the people's sake, we need election day coverage, as if people don't just get that on the internet at this point. Or Fubo is out here, and Fubo has just recently merged with Hulu Live TV. That finally got approved. And so Disney, in order to avoid the lawsuit that said that they were a monopoly, they settled it by buying one of their smaller competitors and absorbed it into themselves. And for those of you whose mothers took Tylenol too much during pregnancy, I'm being a little bit sarcastic. I'm being a little bit facetious here. That sounds very monopolistic to me. That is allegedly monopolistic practices to buy your smaller competitor to avoid looking like you are just trying to run your smaller competitors out of business.
Yes, and the thing that we're looking at here is in the past when Disney has tried to take on these carriage deals with Comcast, Charter, et cetera. One of the things that they'll do is they'll say, well, we'll come off of our position, but you have to offer a free Disney Plus subscription app tie-in, yada, yada, yada. And that built up the streaming customer base that Disney has for Disney Plus, which has been a disaster. The problem with YouTube TV is Disney has no such off-ramp that they can take. I mean, YouTube doesn't want to offer Disney Plus. I mean, come on. And they're direct competitors with Disney. The other thing is, if folks want to go check this out, the Nielsen gauge, what has happened that has Disney freaking out is, in the past, YouTube content creators, such as this channel, that we were beating Disney in terms of the overall percentage of content production that's on TVs, not phones, not computers, just TVs. YouTube content creators had overtaken Disney maybe a year ago. However, during sports seasons, like right now, Disney would go back to being the king of content in terms of who made it because they got to count all the sports that they have bought up. Now, even when that happens, YouTube is running away with it. I think the last time I looked, it was like 12% of all content on TVs came from YouTube content creators. It was like 10% came from Disney, maybe 10.5%. But that's during a time when they're counting everything ESPN. That's when the MLB is going on. That's when the NBA is going on. That's when the NFL is going on. Like there's this certain window of time, right? Every October, every September, October, when just everything's happening. And even in that time frame, Disney is now losing to YouTube content creators. They've got to find a way to get this fixed. And the fix that they need is the fix that they can't see, Jonas, and that is they have to start making great stuff again. They don't have the people to do that. So now they're down to battling out with YouTube to try to even the playing field. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. YouTube's too big, they're too powerful, and Disney has too little to offer.
I totally agree with you. The only thing that Disney has right now is positioning themselves with better deals. And when I say better deals, I mean better deals for them and basically bully tactics in order to get their way. Disney has recently launched the ESPN streaming service at $30 a month, and that's the introductory price. They're trying very hard to get that to launch. It had zero effect on the stock price, and it works into Disney's advantage right now for YouTube TV to be dark. And it also works to YouTube's advantage because they are not going to be paying for all of this content just so Disney can double dip and monetize elsewhere. That's the same issue that they had with the Spectrum deal. Spectrum said no last time to Disney's 18 channels. We're not going to pay for your Disney Plus content and finance that Disney Plus content when you're just offering it elsewhere for $6 a month. And when the lights came back on, Disney played ball with them and eliminated 8 channels off of the 18 that were offered under Spectrum. Eventually, those channels did come back, but no one at Spectrum was missing Baby TV or some of the other lesser offerings there, or Disney XD didn't make the list. There's not a specific list here because it's the lesser known channels that no one watches. So I think that this is something where Disney is going to have to reconsider how they do this, because the idea of, oh, we'll just do more channels, that's a very antiquated idea. So they have to have something to offer people that is comparable to the value of an ESPN streaming service, but also focuses on the market of boomers who aren't really interested in trying to go through a streaming app. I think the reliability is not there on streaming apps. And even for internet-based cable alternatives like YouTube TV and Hulu TV, they're not seen as reliable as that same internet just hooked in through something that looks like cable. So the market is transforming, and it's just so fascinating to me that a company the size of Google has to come in and say, no, we're not doing that.
Sorry. And in the meantime, while Disney's trying to find a way to win this thing, remember that YouTube TV is a not insignificant number of people that should be watching all of those advertisements on their Disney channels, and they're not. Revenue's not looking so hot for Disney so long as they do this. Who wins, who loses, we'll see. But YouTube TV is the kind of thing that you don't want to fight against. It's the grizzly bear, it's the polar bear, it's the gorilla. And Disney is looking a little bit like the mouse it might be. Folks, click the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on all of this. And until the next time, it's TPP, the place where all the news should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.